right, Coach, another practice in the books for you. I noticed you were pretty active out there on defense. You were passing balls around. You had some good energy today.
Yeah, Grant, again, our foundation has got to be from the defensive end, and that's got to be what it is defensively. And that's what we got to do, and we got to make sure that defensively we're as sharp as we can be at this time of the year. And I like where we're at. I mean, a lot of it's just teaching and having the guys understand where we're at as well, too.
You were swinging the ball around a little bit out there, too. I saw you passing and getting some work in. I like
yeah, well, I like to be active, involved in drills, and that's important. And so just to keep the energy going. But I thought the guys had really good energy, good effort, good attitudes. Everything was good.
You had some new drills in place today. I think it's pretty clear that you did your homework in the off season about defense, trying to really make a concerted effort to improve. Where did you get all this stuff from? And if you can share that stuff with us, of course.
Yeah, I've studied, talking to a lot of different coaches, studied some different teams who are very good defensively, and just some different things. And also with us having a new team, a young team, brand new, as inexperienced as we are, I think this is important that we start from ground zero. And really develop the culture of a defensive mindset.
I walk into the gym today, and the first thing I see is Avery Woodson already soaking in sweat before practice even starts. How nice is that to see a kid that's just come in here, and yet he's already working his tail off?
Yeah, no, Avery's a good player. He's a good kid. He's a good young man, and has done really well. And he keeps working, and he's a worker is what he is. He's a worker. He gets after it, and he understands in order for him to do what he needs to do, he's got to keep working.
Tell me a little bit what you think about Jordan Mance. I mean, he hit 3 threes there in that scrimmage. I know he's a walk-on a little bit further down the line.
Let me tell you on Jordan, he's here to make shots. If he makes shots, I could throw him in the game. Today he showed he can make shots. There were some other days in practice where he didn't shoot the ball well. Today he showed he can make shots. If he makes shots like that, he's a weapon. But we brought him here as a walk-on for that reason, to make shots.
You challenged Nick King a little bit at the end of practice, and he responds. How nice is that to see your player, accept that challenge and then try to do something about it?
Well, Nick responded the right way. Instead of being mad at Coach Pastner, he got mad by getting the job done on the court, and that's what we need. When Nick's one of our better players, and I'm able to challenge him, and he accepts it and then takes his game to a new level, that's a very positive sign.
You've got games, 9 days away from today. It just seems to be getting here faster and faster. Does that excite you, I guess, that your team is inching closer to getting on the court and actually playing together as one rather than against each other?
Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm excited about that. I'm excited to get our team to get it going in just in a game-like situation against somebody else, so we can see some things that we need to get better at. I want our defense to be ahead of our offense, obviously, and it should be, because we've put our emphasis all summer long on the defensive end. So I'm excited to see that going against another team.
I know you've talked about kind of the simplicity of the offense here at this point, but is that kind of the plan up there in Canada, just to run?
Yeah, we've got some things in, but we haven't spent time on offense in this summer. I mean, not as much as we spend on the defensive end. I mean, it just is what it is. We could spend days and days working strictly on our offense, but right now, like I've said before, our foundation and our focus and our philosophy has to be that we got to do the job defensively.
Tell me a little bit about the 1-minute free throw deal. And I see Avery Woodson seems to get that thing done every single practice.
We got that from Connecticut, because Connecticut was one of the best free throw shooting teams in the country, and they got a drill. They got it from Steve Nash, who's one of the best free throw shooters ever in the history of the game of basketball. So we need to do something to help improve our free throw percentage. So it's called the Steve Nash drill, because it's Steve Nash who originated it. 60 seconds on the clock. You got to make 17. If you don't make that, you got to run. It's more muscle reflex, so it's not as much as dribble, take your time. It's quick, it's over. You have a rebound, you throw a bounce pass, he's down, ready, catch, shoot. Another bounce pass, down, ready, catch, shoot. And it's supposed to help you with your muscle memory.
I notice you always seem to do it after a bunch of drills in a row, or after some conditioning, whatever it might be. I guess that simulates a game-like situation.
Simulates a game, and the drill is called Steve Nash. We call it Steve Nash. Simulates a game, kind of when they're tired, breathing a little bit, and just kind of mixes the flow in the middle of the practice, just kind of mixing things up.
I thought Karan Iverson gave you some good stuff today. I know he missed practice the other day with back spasms, but he seemed to respond well today.
He's being active. We need Karan to be active, and he'll be better when our offense gets to better spacing, because it's jumbled up. He needs a little more spacing to operate, but he's been active, and that's what I'm looking for right now.
All right, Coach. Thanks for your time as always.
Thank you, Grant.